Hey, welcome. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the episode 2 recap for Young, Famous, and Africa, the smash hit on Netflix. My name's TisaTells. Welcome to my channel. I know you're like, shut up, girl. Yes, I'm finally on time. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Rim. Hey, Kathleen. Hell, Velda. What's going on? Black Swan, what is going on? You guys, this recap is giving everything it needs to for episode 2 of the season. I want to know also, what did you guys think of this episode? Are you guys hooked on this? I know I'm hooked. I'm 100% hooked. You guys, let's get straight into this recap, okay? And we'll see what's actually going on, right? Okay, so listen, we already talked about Annie's obsession with Baba, right? Annie is obsessed with Baba. She will not let this man go. Even at the party, we'll get to it, Arabian Nights, he calls her and she's like, ah. And then we see the beginnings of Zari. Because here's the thing. When we talked yesterday and I was like, yo, Zari was out of line for the way she pulled Baba aside and all this stuff. You know, I honestly had to say, I forgot on episode 2, Baba literally gave Zari a shout out for no reason. And it was weird. So I know why Annie's like, especially when you know you got somebody like Baba, right? Especially when you got somebody like Tuba. I read a little bit of their history, and I know some people are like, you don't understand, it's culture. She has to stay with the man and all this stuff. Ain't that much culture in the world? I don't care. Woo! Hey, Gloria, what's going on? Hey, honey bae. Hey, Annie, what's going on? Hey, it's Latasha. Hey, Regina. Hey, French lady. Woo! We'll never be 4-second. Hey, what's up? What's up, Kimmy? How are you doing? Seema Ralph, what's going on? Listen, I have a question. Why I get everything set up for the review, why don't you guys let me know where you guys are from? Do any of you guys actually live in South Africa or on the continent of Africa? Because I want to know, like, how authentic is this? Like, how authentic is this compared to everything else? I'm genuinely interested to know, how authentic is this? Is it on a scale of 1 to 10, a 10? Is it a 9? Is it an 8? Is it kind of like us watching Atlanta Housewives the first season? We were like, I ain't never seen anything like this, you know? All right, let's get into this mess, okay? Let's start off. The scene of the crime, right? Now, at the beginning of the episode, Diamond Platinum, right, is literally, little baby Simba is literally on his pursuit of Nadia. Nakai, if you guys don't know, she's a Nameen rapper. Listen, now, he literally calls her and he asks her, yo, can you come along with me to the auto dealership, right? Now, he's living up to his name. He's not mincing words at all, right? He is on the prowl. Nadia is in his sights. Now, listen, at the end of the call, when she's like, okay, fine, I'll go with you, he seems so happy, right? Now, here's another thing. Someone else that was also happy was, let me pronounce, Kanye. There we go, was Kanye, right? Now, get this. She hadn't seen Nadia since her ball. And while they're catching up, Connie is like, she can't believe that when she was disrespected at her own event. She really feels like Annie was completely out of line. And she tells Nadia, in a weird thing, oddly enough, how quick Annie was to open up to Andale about all the things that were going on in her life, especially with Tubaba. Now, here's the thing. I thought her and Andale knew each other, but when I did some research, that was really her first time meeting him. So it makes me think, she wasn't doing it to manipulate him. So was it the fact that she's just so raw and vulnerable that that's all she wants to talk to, right? Now, Kiani is okay with Nadia's game plan about just like making, what's his name? Platinum, making Platinum chase after you. Y'all, that scene, I will say, when they were saying that Annie disrespected Kiani, listen, Kanye was being not annoying at her party, but I don't know. She's like, I don't even want to call her a villain. She is just unapologetic about who she is, right? Annie was being a bit much. The way she was talking about, like, yes, we're all someone. There's a literally, I thought Kanye was gonna put on like there's a whole like Bia, there's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. I literally thought she was gonna put on Bia, there's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker, and start like tossing it up and whatnot. But instead, she poured the tears of Caesar champagne out and she toasted to all her friends. Even the way she was like, you came on a private jet, you came here, you came there. And I thought, was she really, and I know Annie had a bad taste in her mouth, but I really thought, was she really talking to those people in the room, honestly? Or rather, was she literally, right? Was she talking to those people in the room? Or was she really, honestly, just like, I don't know. What do you say? Like talking to the world, the way people think that Africa is like a third world continent, the way they think that there's this and there's that. And they think that the only time people get money is the scam. Maybe she was literally pushing against those negative stereotypes that are out there floating about the people in her motherland on her content. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, she goes through all that. I'm also going to drop a call-in link in case you guys want to call in and listen. I get that. Nadia is my favorite. Kiani is so funny to me, and she's kind of villain, but also tries to be a hero. Listen, here's the thing. I don't see her as a villain. I see her as someone that is authentically true to herself. Oh, that's right. Throw those flags up. That's right. Uganda, what's going on? You said I was born in South Africa, but my family's from Tanzania and live in Canada. Is South Africa kind of like the New York of, I know New York is just a state, but is it like the New York of Africa, the way everybody in America at one point actually lived in New York City? You know what I'm saying? I wonder. Okay, so what did you guys, I need to know, right? What did you guys think of those? What did you guys think of that? What did you guys think of that? Because I'm actually like really, really did you guys think that she was actually disrespected by Annie? Did you? I really want to know. Let me drop the call-in link. So then there's another scene that we got to talk about, right? Really quick, in case anybody wants to call in and share their things, right? Now, right? So Annie, on the other hand, and this is what I thought was weird. Annie's missing home, right? So to get rid of her homesicknesses, Swanky arranges a helicopter ride. And Annie was like, oh my God, I've never experienced that. Now, tell me this. Baba cheated on her, broke her heart. He's clearly, y'all said he's the richest person in that group. Why has Annie never been on a helicopter ride? She is literally a rich man's wife, a rich man's long-suffering wife. So why ain't Annie ever been on a helicopter ride? I'm being dead serious. Was I the only person that's just like, this isn't making sense? Does Baba treat Annie right? Because I assume that when you stay with a cheating man, I assume the reason women stay is because there's like perks or benefits, or they're very, very abused. You know what I'm saying? It's either really, the benefits are either really good or they're really bad. And they're super, super abused, right? Yes. Okay. So South Africa is New York. It's a country of opportunity. Okay. And wealth. Okay, so it makes sense. That's why everybody ends up there at one part. That's the way New York is and Los Angeles is for America. Okay, fine. So I was sitting there and I was just like, okay, I don't understand. Now let's get through this really quick and then we'll bring callers up, right? Now, so then Swanky starts talking to Annie about Kiani's ball, right? And Swanky basically is in the nicest way telling her, girl, you were wrong. Why did you bring that up, right? And then he also said, maybe she doesn't want to introduce her daughter to different men. Now, the funny thing is, at the end of I thought it was weird too when I was like, you moved your daughter out of the house in order for you to move your 28-year-old man? What does that say about your man? And what does that say about your daughter and why? But then toward the end of the episode, we actually saw what was going on. Her daughter lives right next door to her. They live in condos. Listen, it's the same thing that if you live in New York and you have like a penthouse condo or you have like a conversion, literally there's just a hallway and you go out and you're right next door. I'm like, that is the same as having your daughter living under the same house. Instead of walking down your own internal hallway, you literally open the door and walk 5 feet out. That's why I thought it was so weird that Annie was making such a big deal out of it. But maybe Annie doesn't know the living arrangement and she just heard. But the weirdest thing is, right? Listen, Annie starts going in on Kiani's parenting, right? And listen, you literally, she starts going in on her parenting, but like Swanky points out, you do not, like, your children are not even around you. Your children are not even around you. You're literally criticizing Kanye for being a weird type of mother, basically. But on the other hand, your children don't even live in the same country as you. And I know she's probably leaving because she's filming this show. Maybe she doesn't spend that much time away, but like, how are you judging the way another woman raises her children if her children are good? But again, I don't know. Maybe it's just unheard of and it's not custom, but literally, if you got the money, instead of giving her her own bedroom, there is a whole other door. I still do think it's a bit odd. And the fact of, do you trust your alleged felon? And this has nothing to do with this, but apparently he's an alleged felon. But do you trust your man around your daughter or your daughter around your man? And if you don't, then why are you living with him? Do you see what I'm saying? Because if anything, he should be in the condo next door and you and your daughter can be under the same roof. That's what I would be thinking. But she's doing the best, right? Now get this. We also can't. So Connie, we see the parenting, right? And we get to see her daughter, Kaz. Now, listen, Connie makes a good point. But even then, most people that are doing crazy things make a good point where she says, this is your first time being a daughter and my first time being a mother, right? I think it's probably going to be her only time being a daughter. But we're working this out as we see fit. And we're doing something that's right for our family, right? Oh, okay. So Gloria, she said she had moved out way before that. All right, you know what? This actually makes sense then. Anyway, I don't like Annie. Annie got a lot of opinions for the way people should be living their life, considering her house is not in order. And I don't mean that any disrespect to Annie, but the things you're nitpicking about are things that's just like, Annie, stop. But I think Annie, she wants to show that she's the authority on something. I don't know. Annie's a bit of a puzzle to me. I'm almost done with the series. So nobody tell me if Annie turns into a villain, but she's a bit of a question. Now get this. Andely invites Diamond, Platinum, and DJ Naked to play golf, right? Everybody's in a good mood, right? So they all start talking about women. He starts talking about the situation with Zari. Andely thinks that Diamond is the one to blame for messing up. Of course you do, Andely, but why are you mad at him? Because word of the street is you're the one that wants him back. You want her to get into his spot. Now, Quentin doesn't understand why his girlfriend keeps saying he's not romantic. He spends most of his time at home with her. Now, over with the ladies, right? You see Kanye, there's Nadia, there's Kaylee. They're all sitting in there. And it's the first time that she actually says that she's been with Quentin for over a year and a half. And Kanye is like, what, girl? You should already have a baby. And listen, Nadia also then shares, and that's when I said, okay, Nadia's smart. She don't like that man. She literally says, I don't like Platinum. I just want to do a song with him, right? Listen, she just wants to do a song with them. And I said, okay. So Nadia's not stupid. She knows. But I don't think Nadia is telling the truth. I think that Nadia has a little bit of flirtation going on with Platinum. But then again, right? Then she said she doesn't want to mislead Diamond. The thing is, this is seen in the car shop. She said she doesn't want to miss Diamond. The thing is, right? No one can mislead Diamond because Diamond is just hunting like the little lion he is. That's all he cares about, right? Now, listen, he goes and he's like, he wants her to help her choose a car, right? So Nadia's playing it right. She's talking about he's looking for something flashy. And Nadia's like, I think you need something big, but not too big. You know, doing her little seductress thing, right? And get this, at the end of it, he's like, yo, you know I like you. Nadia was like, well, listen, knock it off. I got a man, right? However, at that point, Platinum has said, yo, I'm going to conquer her. And then Nadia walks away and Platinum's like, yo, I think she was being suggestive in the way she walks. That's the way Nadia not walks full. He thinks every woman is sending an invitation for him to come in. I'll say you're right. Diamond is fun and, oh, hey, what's up, Bia? And what's up, Rim? Diamond is fun and refreshing. I agree with you on that. Listen, LSJT, I love the real face. Another nerd. I saw your headline and paused to watch the season, then went back to watch your 90-minute commentary. Thank you so much, LSJ. Thank you. Listen, this is Must Bitch TV. Listen, let's bring Kimmy up. Kimmy, what's going on, girl? What did you think of this episode?
I love this entire series, but this episode was I agree with you about Annie. I'm not going to tell you about the rest of the season yet, but she's very judgmental, and I'm like, I understand it to an extent, but I mean, at the end of the day, you have to realize, like, I mean, you did leave your kids across the country, and her kid's next door. So, I mean, would I do it? No, but I mean, she is next door. She can really like wake up and go see her daughter right now. So,
but I had a question for you guys, and in the chat, if you know, does Annie regularly travel away from her children, or did she just travel here to film the show? That's the way I thought. I was like, wait, do you travel all the time, or is it just for the show? I know she's a really, really big actress, but how much time does she really spend away from her family? Again, her daughter seems to know her like the back of the hand. When she said, "Mommy, are you happy? Or are you just pretending to be?" And I was like, if they don't get that mommy in counseling, listen.
right?
She said she hadn't been in and Annie said she hadn't been on a helicopter. She said it's too small, but she's been on private jets. Oh, okay. So she has been on private jets, but who cares? Because I would think while you're running around and your husband's cheating on you, you would be busy spending his money. Isn't that the way it goes? That's the way I've seen it in all the soap operas, right? Isn't that the unspoken rule of when you have a cheater husband that you spend all his money and like maybe have another boyfriend? I thought that's what happened. I don't know. Rim, thank you so much for the super chat. Now let's see. Chantel said Annie has a whole village, right? Gloria said, Diamond is such a womanizer. He's always been in Nadia is definitely his type. She looks like his ex-baby mama. I mean, yeah, they do. They look alike and they got a penchant for blonde hair and they're shaped alike too. So, you know, that's right up his alley. But I feel like Diamond just wants, like Dia said, hey, what's up, Dia? Diamond, he's fun and refreshing, but I also feel like Diamond, he collects like when he's playing golf and he said, oh, women are beautiful, beautiful things, beautiful possessions. I feel like he collects women like watches. And when he wants a woman that's very put together, and a woman that when they walk in the room, all the men are like, ooh, wow, who's that? I feel like that's who Diamond wants, you know?
Because he definitely was like, I like the type of woman who, he was like, I like the type of woman who, you know, when she walks in the room, everybody sees her. And I'm like, so you just want like a confident, like, okay.
But I think it's more than confident. You have to be that girl. Again, he wants a trophy. And I feel like at one point, Zari was the biggest trophy he could have. But now I'm feeling like, for whatever reason, he got used to, I mean, Zari still is drop dead gorgeous. She's a queen in her own right. But he got used to the looks and this and that. So now he's like, no. Nadia's popping. I want Nadia, you know? Now, and here's the thing. It hurts my heart that I was not a Zari fan. The trick she pulled with Annie had me side-eyeing her. Yeah, that trick she pulled with Annie. No, but get this. Dia says Nadia likes it as well. She was sending an invitation for sure. She only turned that story around about not liking him because she saw that he still loved Zari and paid her no mind that night. That was true too. Agree. But you see the way he sat her right across the table? That man knows what he's doing, making people jealous, right?
And then didn't even tell them that she was coming. Like, why would you leave that out?
Now, here's the thing, that he called Nadia's bluff, because honestly, if you don't like me like you said you, then why do you care who I invite to the party? When I saw Nadia's face, that's what I agree. I said, yeah, you like it. Let's see. They said Annie is attached to her kids. She gave up her career to look after her kids. She hardly leaves them. But Connie's daughter lives next door. They live in South Africa. I don't know how the living arrangements are. I don't know if everybody lives in Center City in condos or if they have houses like outside the city. I don't know. I just do know that, like, I didn't think it was that weird. It's like instead of walking down the hallway, you just walk 5 feet and past the front door, you know? I don't see like what I don't know. Listen, let's get to the meat that everybody is talking about, right? Oh, here's the thing. Connie and Annie, right? Now their meeting didn't start off on a great note, at least not as far as Connie Balls goes. She therefore decided to pay Annie a visit, right? And to see if they could squash the beat. The meeting was not successful. I love the meeting. I actually love, and you guys tell me this is like a very South African way. I love the way they are not, I mean, yes, it's a little rude, but they are not hostile in the way they tell each other about each other. They'll sit there and be like, girl, you are so fake. I don't know why anybody would want you. Look at your face, for God's sakes, right? And then they'll be like, oh, well, at least I'm not as fake as your purse. They'll literally rip each other apart and then they just smile to each other. And to me, it's like real life soap opera. I was like, I love that part of the culture where they are just brutally frank, but not in a crass, aggressive way, just in the way of like, it's the truth. What you want me to say, girl? Look at your face, you know?
And that really reminds me of that
interaction. What's that?
It reminds me of my family like a whole lot. Like as far as like African culture goes, my family's from Nigeria, but pretty much I feel like a lot of Africans are the same way as far as that goes. Like they definitely will get you together and say what they have to say.
Yes, they will. Well, you know what? I don't, of course, have African family, but I do just love that refreshment. Now, what did you guys think? I want to know that interaction between, what did you guys think about the interaction between Connie and Annie? Annie, I don't know. Sometimes she strikes me as so, Annie to me is very fragile. And even though she presents as strong, she's so fragile. It's kind of like, I don't know. And for someone to be that fragile, she is fragile. It surprises me that she gets in so much conflict and has so many opinions about so many things. It's just weird, right? Now, when Zari and Connie meet, they sit there and they talk. They seem to be close, like they've known each other for a while, but they don't seem like they're like the best of friends. They just seem like, okay, we've known each other for 30 years, right? However, right, Zari literally said she had suspicion. Oh, B. Hey, B, what's going on, mama?
Hi, I'm so excited about this show. I had to call in. I couldn't believe you were reviewing it, Tisa.
I love this show. I'm reviewing every single episode till y'all are sick of me.
So good.
What did you think
So
of the show?
good. So I love Connie and Annie's characters. They're like archetypes of like, the image that people have of women, the stereotypes that people have of women. There's Annie, the loyal, faithful, stereotypical angelic image of what a woman should be. And then you've got Connie, the so-called, the harlot, who's, a bit more streetwise. And I love the contrast. But the layers to Connie's first character is so interesting for me. You know how she initially did the whole, I'm surprised Annie told her everything about her life,
that part.
then she can use it against her. But the most interesting thing is that I saw Connie really go to bat for Annie. But
I know,
really
that's what I was
protect her.
saying.
Tell me,
So
when
First she kind of
interesting.
started out. Oh, you can go, B.
No, go ahead, Kemi, go on.
Yeah, like at first I was saying the same thing. Like when that scene happened and she was like, oh yeah, like I'm surprised she told me that I'm gonna, like, I could use it against her. Like at I think it was the first episode of the party.
When she said,
yeah, like she didn't
showed
even
me her weakness, she's mine.
Yeah. I was like, what you trying to do, Connie? And then like I don't even think she ever really like used anything against her as far as I remember.
Oh no, she did. She did.
I mean, yeah, but like more like in a like, I don't know. She kind of made it seem more caring because when she first said that, I was like, is she about to like come for her or something? But I mean, she never really came for her like I thought she was going to.
The person I saw use it against her was Zari. Now Zari is
Zari is interested enough, but I will say that I feel like Kanye, I feel like her bark is worse than her bite. Because even though she said she showed me her weakness, now she's mine. When To Baba in episode 3, we'll get to that tomorrow. You guys, I will be reviewing this tomorrow at 3:30. I'm going to be doing 3:30 every day till we get in episode 3, when Baba was like, oh, she came in and she's like, we're renewing our vows. And she was so happy. Zari looked like she was sitting there hating. Connie looked very, very
Concerned,
concerned.
right?
She
Yeah.
looked in a very protective way. So even though she talks all that mess, oh, you show me your weakness. She literally took it heat and was like, ooh, like this ain't the move. She looked very, very concerned. Almost the way a mom would look when someone's ne'er-do-well boyfriend comes back in her daughter's life. Like, just, you're not even cracking a smile. You're just very concerned and very angry almost. Like, how dare you do this? So, yeah. Connie is worse than, her bark is worse than her bite. I think she loves pretending like she's an evil Disney villain.
Yes.
Exactly.
She does. I think she gets off of that. Like, yes, I have a heart of stone and I'm like a lion, but she's incredibly sensitive. And you know where you see it? I don't know why so many people criticize. At first, I was like, what is going on? Why isn't her daughter living in the house with her? But again, to me, it's like, okay, fine. So your room is past that door instead of down that hallway, right? But also to the fact that when you saw that relationship with her daughter, and maybe she was putting on the act, I don't know, but she seemed to be very into making sure her daughter was confident, independent, listening to her, talking to her, having an open relationship. Like she said, she's the parent that she wished that she had had. Now, who knows? It is a bit of an experiment, but they seem like they had a very good relationship. Or do you
I'm
guys
going to
agree?
throw a spanner in the works, Tisa. I'm going to say, yeah, maybe. Or is it because Carney enjoys the company of gentlemen and she doesn't want her daughter in the mix of that? Because I think somebody else on the show referred to her having several gentlemen in and out of the house. So it's easier for her not to have her daughter in the midst of all of that. So she has her next door.
I really think it's a little bit of both.
So, but you know what? This goes to my original thing. Do you think that maybe, so basically the place she lives with her boyfriend is just like the jump off spot, and she's usually with her daughter, and then she just like goes down the hall whenever like she has company, like, yes, call me when you're inside the house. I'll see you soon. Okay. That makes sense. If she had, but even then, to me, listen, I think in this world, we are just moving away. I'm not saying that it's a bad model, but I feel like in this world, because of fate and situations, being a single mother is becoming more and more reality, whether you want to be a single mom or whether it was involuntary. Regardless, we need to talk about, it's easy for fathers because fathers can just, they just start new lives and they do this and they do that. And, they see the kids sometimes, but when the mom is the primary caregiver, isn't that kind of like a good model where you can still be a woman, but also a mother? Because we know from like people seeing their mothers cry, that old model of you're a single mother, you can't ever know the touch of a man and you gave up your life and now you just have to devote your life to being just a mother. That's it. You're not a human anymore. It doesn't really work. It doesn't really work. So it's like, I don't know, maybe that's a new model. If you have the money, like have an apartment right next. Right next. So you can go and be like, okay, the kids are like, Mom, where are you? I'm right here. Hey, I was just going to get some. Anyway, come on, I'll make you guys breakfast, So yeah. I feel like she's a good mom, and maybe that's a new model. So, and also she doesn't have to leave to go see gentlemen, whoever she wants to see. They are right there, and she can kick them out and this and that. Her daughter won't run into them. And maybe she does live with her daughter most of the time,
And you know what? I think Annie may be doing more harm to her daughters by having them in the house and them being witness to their mother being treated like complete garbage by this man who's in the house. So maybe if she had him living next door, it might have helped.
I would hope that he stopped like treating her like trash by then, because I think she said, aren't her kids with him like the last kids they had?
Okay, Kemi, he's still on his game. I think she was.
Are you serious?
Some side tea. Apparently, she was on YouTube not long ago before the show started, completely having a breakdown about him. So no, I heard he's still.
Oh my God.
He's still on. Yeah. He's still on his ish.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, when I saw him and the way he was treating her and being like, "Oh, I choose you," and the way he just talked, so like the
Pimp
first
talk,
time I
right?
broke your heart. Yeah, very condescending. The first time I broke your heart, and I was like, had that been me, I would have just been sitting there. First of all, it wouldn't have been me. God, please, not wood, right? But second of all, the fact, even if I found I would just be listening and just be getting more and more mad. Like, like someone being like, oh, thank you for being the best doormat in the world.
She acted like him acknowledging that was like, oh, everything's okay. Like, no, I mean, clearly he knows what he did to you. He has kids to prove it, but that doesn't make anything like.
He thanked her. He thanked her for sticking by her. And I'm like,
what kind of stuff is this?
Did you guys hear? He did an interview where they said, what do you most love about your wife? And he kind of inferred that he liked the fact that she was naive. I was like, oh, that's... Yeah.
I just don't, it's like, Annie, where is your pride and your self-respect? Because here's the thing, right? He keeps coming back to her. They've been together forever. You knew him before he even got famous. There's obviously a connection there. Annie, if you actually like womaned up, how much could you move the needle in your direction? Now, I'm not saying you could kick the door in and make him your servant, but how much could you make him at least respect you more if you just demanded more for yourself? Annie is, to me, the epitome of a doormat. And I don't say that with like in a negative way. She's just the epitome of, she's just the epitome of, hey, she's just the epitome of, hey, sorry, you got disconnected. And it's just the epitome of a doormat to me. Like, you yearn for this man's love and acceptance. When he looks at you, it's like the sun shines on you. And that's great when the person is actually like worth keeping. But to me, you're literally waiting for like the sun to shine on you, but the sun just keeps burning you and burning you and burning you. At a certain point, I'm like, I'll go live in the caves. I don't want the sun to shine on me anymore. So I actually don't know what's going on with him and Annie, but you just said it, B. She is still going through it. And I could tell because there was no emotional connection when he was talking to her about all the stuff he put her through. There was zero. It was like he was talking about like a TV show. I remember the first time
she cried. Even when she started crying, like it wasn't even like tears of like joy for me. It seems like she was still hurt. Like she still seems hurt by everything.
So and what did he say? Relax. Yeah, relax. And you know what the biggest tell was? When I was like, thank you for confirming, B. When I was like, yo, he's still cheating. Like he's still like who he is. When she was explaining the way she felt, no, he was telling her his speech, right? Because he wanted this and he wanted that and blah, 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 blah. And then she started trying to talk back like, yeah, I remember that. And he was like, let me get through the speech. It's almost like he wanted to feel like he did a good deed that night. You know how you're just like, oh, I've been kind of mean to my dog. You know what? Let me get them some puppy ice cream and a little doggy, a doggy cupcake. I've been ignoring them. They want to play. And I keep saying, leave me alone. I'm busy. He literally kept cutting her off when she was sharing her feelings about how much she loved him because he wanted to be the romantic guy, wanted to get through the monologue. And at first, and I get it, you're asking her to remarry her. But again, it's like, this is all for your glory. Because if it really was about recommitting to her and I care about you so much, he would have really, when she said, oh, yeah, tell me. Because you know when you love someone and they share with you a sweet memory or something they remember, you're like, oh, wait, so what were you saying? Tell me some more. Because you want to hear the memory through their eyes. So it was really odd to me that he was just like, relax. And when she's breaking down, relax. It's almost like her tears and her pain was ruining the way he wanted to feel like a good guy at his recommitment proposal.
I really didn't want people to see her cry on TV. Like the way he was acting, like about the cameras and stuff. And then she didn't want people to see her crying either. She was like, oh, cut the cameras. I'm like, she seems like of course she's still hurt, but I just felt bad in the moment because I'm like, it seemed like BS. So I guess it was.
It was BS.
Lorinda said Annie is too love struck. She's something struck. I hope to God I never experience. I don't even think that's love. Who said it yesterday? I think it's obsession. I think that she's poured her whole self-identity into getting another person to accept her. It's like codependency on steroids. But the thing is, he doesn't. And again, maybe because he's the biggest superstar, he feels like, yeah, this is what I deserve. But he feels no responsibility to be careful with her. And the thing is, and again, maybe I don't even think it could be cultural. Don't people realize that when you treat the mom bad, you're treating the children bad? The children are the ones wiping away her tears. The children
I
are the
know.
ones.
It seems like they know what's going on. Like the way they were asking her, like if she was really happy, I'm like, they clearly know what's happening. Like,
Yeah.
My cynical mind was wondering if this is produced, because Two-Face is he's renowned for being a douchebag to his wife. So I'm wondering if this was just an opportunity for them to clean up his act through this
I
show.
bet you it was.
I
bet
could see
you.
that.
He was intent on looking like the good guy. And then Monique King says, I thought they'd been married 30 years, the way she was talking about the highs and lows. 4 outside children. Yes, girl. 4 outside
Monique,
children.
it was 5. It was 5 children.
There's 5 outside children.
Yeah,
In, like,
5.
They only talked about 3 on the show.
No, there's 5. So 2 are hers, and he's had 5 other children,
Wow.
not including hers.
I thought he had 5 total.
No. So her first child with him is apparently his 4th, or something like that. His 4th
He
or his
had
5th.
before and after? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's ridiculous.
Oh
That's why I was like, I thought it was 5 total.
No.
I would have never
Oh my
had
God.
grandchildren.
He's
I'd have been like,
laying
for
it
what?
low and spreading it wide.
Without a doubt. So listen, San Miguel said, hey, I'm from South Africa. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing your name wrong. Y'all know I'm phonetically challenged, right? I said, hi, I'm from South Africa. We call this generation the free generation after apartheid. Yes, it's real. And the opulence of Johannesburg is real. Joburg, I'm going to South Africa. But I got, who was it that told me in the thing that said, right now you guys are kind of moving into your winter. So the best time to come is from, I think they said September to February, or maybe November to February. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go look at my notes because I took a screenshot. I'm going to South Africa. Sonia said, I think it's the African mentality as well, where women are told to stay in a relationship no matter how toxic it is. But here's the thing that scares me about Annie, and we touched on this yesterday. It scares me because you can be, who brought it up? You can be in a relationship where the man isn't ish and not be the slavish devotion of please, 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 please accept me. We've seen growing up people's marriages where they can't stand each other and the woman is sick of the man, right? And so they're just like, whatever. And they're basically only together. And I'm not saying the woman's out doing anything, but they're basically only together for outside. In the house, they live 2 separate lives. They don't talk. They don't want to be around each other. But Annie is completely different. She stays in the marriage no matter what, but she's convinced herself that if she can just finally get him to completely accept her and love her the way she says she wants to be loved, then she will feel content as a woman, which is a really not odd thing to do, but it's also dangerous because if your self-esteem is wrapped up in another person loving you, I mean your whole self-worth. We all want to be loved and accepted by the person we're with, but I mean your whole self-worth is at no cost, no matter how bad this person treats you. Your whole self-esteem is to be accepted. Even if the heavens move and he finally accepts you, you're still not going to be happy because you're literally putting your self-esteem into something that is unattainable. Why? Because at the end of the day, you find yourself incapable of truly believing you are worthy for love. And if Baba literally turned around one day and says, I'm done running, I'm yours, and he actually proves it, I bet you anything she'll start to find fault. And that'll be the first time she considers leaving him because that hole that she needs to fill herself, she's made an unattainable man the person to fill the hole, right? But if he ever becomes obtainable, it's still not going to be enough. So there's some serious issues going on with Annie that she really needs to get outside help with. And I don't say that to clown her or that, I really mean like, girl, you really need, because to me, it just scares me because if Baba does honestly stop running, you will sink down into even low despair because now the one thing that you, oh no, if only he loved me. Okay, he loves you. That feeling of worthlessness that she has that is reflected, that allows Baba to treat her like that is going to only intensify because now you're not going to have Baba to distract you from your feelings of worthlessness. Girl, Annie.
That's why I like Kanye, because that's why I had such an issue with Zari, because Zari pretty much went through the same thing. I mean, her boyfriend, her man was like doing the same thing in the streets, doing whatever he wanted to do. So you would think like having experience and like having dealt with that, you would feel compassion towards somebody in that situation. But it seems like she just wanted to make it worse. Like it seemed like she was gonna go try to talk to him too. So like, I don't know. I can't get behind her. But Connie, I love
think
her.
Zari, yeah, no, Zari's cool. Hi, Dr. Payne Nestor. What's going on? Listen, I think Zari, and I talked about this yesterday. I really honestly do believe that Zari is a little bit jealous, not of Annie and
I
Baba's
agree.
relationship inside, but the fact that Diamond wouldn't even stay married to her. I don't know if they were ever
Exactly.
married, but Diamond wouldn't even give her that much. I think because the way Zari is and the way whatever, I feel like because again, I know she sees it from the outside, but I think that if Diamond had stayed married or stayed with Zari, she would have not accepted, but she would have turned a blind eye to everything that was going on. So on that thing, it's like Baba stayed. She wishes Diamond that, and I don't think she believes that Zari is worth that devotion, you know? And especially because Baba, even the way he said, "What's up, Zari?" Baba disrespects her left and right. And he lets other women disrespect her. And he's not protective of her. And that's sick to me. Like, yeah, it's crazy how upset she is for many years. You said Kanye could see through his edge. He looked irritated by Annie. He did. He really, and even the way they came, and she's like, "We're re-engaged," and she was so grateful to have that night. And I'm like, how often does this man actually show you affection? And then he's like, "Well, gotta go." And it's just like, wow, you literally came. I agree with B. You literally came to have some camera time. You came to have some camera time. Let's go. Let's see. Oh, Dr. M says, "I'm from West Africa. I know what Annie is feeling towards Two-Face. He uses his words wonderfully. Have y'all heard his music or his interviews?" Let me ask y'all a question. And I want this for all my African tattletales to let me know. I have found that, and of course, I don't know every African culture, but I have found that in African culture, when people give you compliments, they really like land and they resound. Why is that? It's kind of like in America, if somebody gives you too many compliments, you're like, "Yeah, shut up, like stop it," right? But I found that in Africa, if you really want to butter somebody up, you're like, "Oh my God, you look so beautiful, you look so fit. Oh my God, are you losing weight?" And everybody eats it up. Is it because everybody is so direct with their words that when they tell you nice things, you know that they really mean those nice things? You know?
I think so. Personally, I think so. Because I've never, like, I don't know if that's, again, like, I only know, like, Nigerian culture, and not even, like, fully, because I live in the States, but I do think that that's probably part of it. Like, I've never, like, I don't know. I don't think a lot of Nigerian people, like, they don't really, yeah, pretty much what you said. Like, I have no words. Pretty much what you said. I think that they're very direct. Yeah.
Okay. That's what
And if
I thought.
they say
'Cause I was
something
like,
like
why
nice,
is
they
it?
probably mean it.
Okay. But that's good because you know what? That's one of the reasons why in America, like, we don't really take compliments, right? Because people just give compliments. Sometimes you're like, "Are you being sincere?" You have to look to see their actions. So I guess that's it. If everybody's being honest, then when you tell me nice things, 9 times out of 10, you're being honest. Now, Dr. Payne Nestor says, "People are so hard on Annie. All of us would run, but I don't judge. He's a trash bag, weak in the flesh. He's weak one. He's the wrong one. I love Connie. She's a star. Zari doesn't know how to be a friend." No, Zari doesn't know how to be a friend, but I think that honestly, Zari and Annie are two sides of the coin, but they're two sides of the same coin.
I
Zari,
agree.
in my mind, is hopelessly, she's the same doormat for Diamond, but she can play it off better because Diamond is like, "Yeah, do you? I hope you find love. Do you have a boyfriend? Oh, wonderful." Like Diamond is like, "No, Zari, please go find someone." Dr. Payne Nestor, thank you so much for Super Chat. I don't judge. Listen, you guys have me wrong. I don't judge Annie. I just want better for her. At the very least, listen, you don't got to leave to Baba. Stay married forever, but at least find yourself and protect yourself. That's all I want for her. I just want
I
her
don't
to
really,
want more for herself.
I don't judge her
Listen,
at all. I think that she just,
yeah,
like, if I was her, I just wouldn't judge other people because I'm like, you got a lot going on, Annie. So I think I would just sit everything out. Like, I wouldn't comment on anybody's mess because she got a whole lot of mess going on.
yeah. So Dia said, "Yes, we're very direct. We say exactly what we need, no beating around the bush." So that's why when somebody gives a compliment, like, "You look lovely, you look beautiful," you know they mean it. I like that. I can't wait to go to South Africa, you know? Anyway, y'all gonna just be sick of me. Like T said, if you put on "You Want a Bomba" one more time on your Instagram story. Anyway, Katrina said, Annie says he don't like light-skinned girls, but he's definitely all up on my light-skinned friend when we seen him a couple of months. Let me tell y'all something about men like Tubaba. Don't ever believe when your man say, I don't like this, I don't like that. They like men.
That's exactly what they like when they say that.
Yeah, no, but not even that. Men that are out there like that. First of all, you don't know what you like until you like it. It's like saying, no, I only date 6-foot blondes, and then somebody that's like 5-foot brunette. It's like you like what you like until something else you like comes along. Second of all, men that are out there like that, you're not discriminating. You like beautiful, that's it. And if Zari's beautiful, that's it. If Annie's beautiful, that's it. You just like beautiful. It don't matter what race, color, creed, religion. Like, shut up, Tubaba. You don't like light-skinned girls. Exactly. You don't got a type. Maybe like you like brown-skinned girls, chocolate girls. True, but come on. Shut up, Baba. Just shut up, Dr. M says, I think it's because people are very honest when someone says something, you have to believe them. I love that too. Somebody said, didn't Zari leave Diamond, not the other way around? Yeah, but it looks like the way Zari left Diamond. There's two ways of leaving. There's when you leave and someone's like, please don't go. And then there's when you leave and someone's like, oh, you moved out? I didn't even notice. When did that happen?
And the only reason she technically left is because he wasn't like, he was leaving her anyway. Like he was out with other girls doing his own thing. So it's like, exactly. I mean, it's not like she really had much of a choice.
Exactly. Can you really leave someone that's blatantly cheating on you that don't care? Nobody ever leaves Zari. She leaves them when she lives with them when they behave. She's never been married, just babies' fathers. Again, Zari, but then again, that's not true. Zari, she talks a good game, but the way she opened herself up to Platinum and was like, you're supposed to be the head of this family, blah, 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 blah. I was just like, yeah, whatever your thing was in the past, you really, really, really wanted to make things work with Platinum,
I agree.
Who else said this? Yeah, I do think Zari is still in love with Diamond. I think Diamond does it for her. And you know what? Here's the funny thing. Platinum talking about he's a lion, he's a hunter, he's all this. I will say something to Platinum's credit. Platinum is incredibly egalitarian in the fact that he sees Zari loves him and wants to be with them so, so bad. Platinum, I had to give him a point in the fact that you're not trying to hold this woman. Now, maybe you're doing it for your own, so you can cheat in peace. Well, not cheat in peace, but see who you want. But I actually gave him a part where it's like, you basically told her, girl, go live your life, fall in love, do whatever. Like, it's not going to work with us. He says it in a nice way, and it hurts him that he can't step up. But he's like, yeah, you're not the woman for me. So on that note, I found that incredibly refreshing, right? Dr. Payne Nestor, thank you for the super chat. You say super true guys are such liars. The ones who say they only like the natural look, but steady looking at Kim K. Page.
That's how a lot of men are.
What's that?
That's how a lot of men are. Like like whenever people say like, oh, like he doesn't like that type, or he doesn't like that, I'm like, that's usually who they cheat with. Like a lot of the times they'll be like, oh, he doesn't even like that type, but I mean, like, I don't know. I think she was just trying to lie to herself and make herself feel better, like in front of the group. But at the end of the day, like, he's cheated with anybody and everybody. So
exactly. Dr. Payne Nestor, thank you so much for the super chat. Alan says, I watch Kanye Tactics and wonder what star sign she is. She's a Libra, and it all makes sense. She's a Libra to her heart.
I'm also a Libra.
Oh, were you really? Listen, Zari is a softie. She just pulls up a soft front. She loves the fact that she's rich to get respect and friends, but sadly in a group where everyone has money, it doesn't matter. Loyalty does. I agree with that, but everybody acts like Zari is like, and don't be wrong, Zari's gorgeous, but they act like she's the most beautiful thing that they've ever seen. And I get that. Zari is gorgeous, but I was like, Zari, you do look like Nadia. But again, she's a show pony. She's a trophy girlfriend, and she's accomplished a lot for herself. I don't mean to take away, but Zari realizes that any man that has her on their arm, she's automatically making them look better and more interesting.
I will say, I think like the way she carries herself, like she definitely demands respect, like when she walks in the room. So I get that. I think that's why a lot of people like put her on such a high horse. But I know like 20 Zaris in real life. So I mean, it's not like, she's pretty and she's nice or whatever. I mean, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't like go crazy over her.
Oh no, I think all the women are drop dead gorgeous. I see.
Yeah, like there's nothing really to compete with.
What do you mean?
like I mean, there's no point in like competing with people like in the same friend group or whatever, like on the show, because I mean they're all pretty like they all have like values that and like qualities that I like about them. Like I love Nadia
Yeah.
the most, but they're all pretty women. They all have money. Like there's nothing really to compete for.
Okay, let's get okay, so listen. Get this. Oh, now let's talk about the Arabian Nights, right? All the castmates are literally going for Diamond Platinum's Arabian Night affair to celebrate the international record deal, right? Now everybody's sitting down, they're chilling, right? And Diamond is talking about, and I love that, right? I did love what he said when he's like, I'm bringing the finer things in life, but I'm putting it in a very outdoor setting. I love when like y'all, well, y'all don't know me, but I love a good Midsummer Night Dreams where there's like chandeliers hanging from the trees and like, you know, fireflies are going around. And up to me, that's opulence where you have like the best china, the best this, the best food, but you're outdoors. To me, that's opulence, right? Anybody can, anybody can't hold an indoor feat, but anybody can do an indoor feat. It takes like style, sophistication, money, and just like, I don't know, it's just awesome being outdoors while you're doing all that mess. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so they're doing the Arabian Nights, and this is when we get into stuff, right? And Annie is acting like she's having a hard time with a cold. I don't think so. You know the funny thing about Annie? I don't know if Annie knows how beautiful she is because she doesn't act like it to me. Annie is gorgeous.
Especially her body. Her body in that dress was amazing.
Yes, but her body, her face, her bone structure, she is a gorgeous woman. And like look good with long hair and short. It's like Annie can do it all. But the thing is, when she walked in and she saw all the other girls, I feel like Annie doesn't know how gorgeous she is. And even when she was sitting there with her dress and Zari being a hater, because Zari saw that body and she was like, oh, your bum's all out. I would have been like, I literally would have twisted aside and be like, yeah, it look good, don't it? Like literally. But the fact that Zari was able to shame Annie, because at the end of the day, I don't think Annie knows how good that bum looks. I don't even think Annie realizes why Zari was even commenting on her body, because you felt insecure. And Annie had one up on you on the body. So it's kind of like, again, Annie just doesn't know like everything she brings to the table. Nonya, thank you so much. You said, I tried watching the show, but I don't like it. I enjoy your commentary though. Nonya, we love this show. And Kiana, what's up, Kiana? Said, Annie is the African Chloe Money. Shaba is Tristan.
That is hilarious.
Annie is the African Chloe Money. Chaba is Tristan. You're right about that, Kiana. You are 100% right. You are right. Okay. That's how we go refer to Annie. She is the African Chloe Money. But Annie is so gorgeous. She just doesn't even know her power. Zari knows her power. Connie knows her power. The other girl, I forget her name, knows
Nadia.
her power. Nadia. I'm sorry, not Nadia. What's the other girl? Nadia
Kaylee?
knows her power, right? But the other girl,
Talking about Kaylee?
Kaylee knows her power. Annie's the only one that's just sitting there like, Annie, girl, come here. Listen.
I don't want to speculate. Like I don't want to put anything on her in like the Nigerian culture or the African culture. But even in America, I feel like a lot of times it's like, I don't want to say colorism is part of it, but I think maybe she has some like, she might have some type of like insecurity about her skin or whatever, because a lot of times like in that culture, they value lighter skin a lot, like, which is why a lot of them bleach so much. But I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I don't know. I just think she has like, she's very much insecure, and I don't know why, because like clearly she has it going on. Like she has money, she has like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, maybe it is culture, but even then, it's like, look at Naomi Campbell, right? Naomi Campbell's so beautiful, right?
Right.
But when Naomi Campbell was coming up, half those fashion brands didn't want to put her on. They wanted Tyra Banks. They wanted lighter skin. They wanted this. Naomi literally fucking believed in herself and was like, you gonna get this work. Came with the sachet, came with everything. She literally dominated off of the sheer belief in herself. Like, no, y'all ain't doing it like this. And the world started, there's a lot of confidence. So again, Maybe some people do have preference, but like I said before, men only care about pretty. It's the fact that Annie doesn't carry herself like I'm that girl. And again, I'm not downing her because obviously whatever went through is super, super complicated. But it's like, Annie, you pretty by anybody's standards. It don't matter whether somebody wants somebody that looks like Alicia Keys or that looks like Naomi Campbell. Annie, you are across the board universally beautiful. What is the problem? What's not clicking? What don't you see? So yeah, I blame that on Tubaba too, because honestly, even if that man's cheating, he doesn't make you feel beautiful. He doesn't like let you know that you are beautiful. So you're constantly like pulling your skirt down when you got the nicest body there. You're constantly like, when Zari speaks, you get like quiet. When at the end of the day, Annie, I would be like, Aunt girl, do you see? When Zari was sitting there talking about some, look at me, I'd have been like, and look at me. Like, okay, Zari, what is your point?
Right?
Yeah. Mercy, what's going on, sweetie? Welcome to the chat.
Hey, it took me a minute to edit my avatar, but I had to click in because Tisa, you make so much sense, and I like talking with two people that really have a well-rounded view of things and not just so one-sided all the time, right? So I think this is where I wanted to jump in. This is the last thing I heard because the StreamYard thing just clicked in, but it was, what's her Annie, why she is more beautiful than she thinks she is. And the one thing that I noticed was that her confidence has to be a little higher than I think we can perceive initially, because she's still dark skinned. What were her stats she gave out when she was like a woman this magnificent and you call me what's his name, Two-Face?
Oh yeah, Tubaba's mom. Oh,
Tubaba's
wife.
Yeah, Tubaba's wife. Two-Face, that's cute. Tubaba's wife, and like, but she's still dark skinned. And I think like the Zari one, she looks like she's just light skinned. It doesn't look like she's bleached in that way, but like what's the Cruella de Vil?
Connie.
What's her name?
Connie.
Connie. Yeah. Okay, so she is clearly kind of changed herself, right? She's edited.
Okay. Yes.
And and that is the standard of beauty in South Africa in a way. And I can't remember if Annie is from South Africa or if she's from somewhere else, but the fact that she's still dark skinned and keeps a taper fade in an essence shows that she is a lot more, she has more character than we can see initially.
No, I definitely see this, right? I think
she hides behind a lot of that.
Really quick, I just want to bring in Dr. Payne Nestor's comments. Dr. Payne says, Zari seems a little sad. She needs friends but pushes people away. It feeds her superiority. And then Dr. Payne, thank you so much for being a TisaTells for 7 months. You said, yes, Zari and Annie are the same. They should be friends. That's the weird thing. They should be friends because they have so much to talk about. But again, Dr. Payne Nestor, I agree with you. Zari has a superiority complex. I feel like that's the one thing she feels like, when I walk into the room, people can beat me on a lot, but nobody can beat me on the face card, right? B, thank you so much for being a member for 7 months. You said, what are my thoughts on Andy? Y'all know I'm a big fan of Andy, a huge fan. But back to what you were saying, Mercy, about everybody and Annie. I get what you're saying. But that's the whole thing with self-confidence, though. When she's around Swanky and her friends and her insular thing, I feel like she's like, yeah, do it, shape it up. Like she feels like, oh, I look good. My whole thing of self-confidence is you are now in another room of people that are beautiful, and all of a sudden you start shrinking yourself because I could see her eyes feeling like she didn't measure up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like
she hides behind that confidence, like the whole like, oh yeah, you're talking to like I'm not his wife, like I have a name for myself. I believe her, but I do think she just used that as like a way to like try to put herself off as like a confident person, but I don't think she's actually like really confident.
It was like I really saw what you saw, Tisa, in the looks and the shrinking that she gave, especially at the
Yeah.
table. With
Even by the
the
end of
what's
it, she was hunched over and she had a
yeah.
shawl around her or a scarf around her neck, and she was trying to move the scarf so that it covered the side of the thigh. And the whole time, Zari, I literally was like, Zari, you're not shit for this, because Zari to me was being a bit of a silent mean girl. Because the whole time she sees Zari shrinking up and trying to cover, and the whole time Zari's just sitting there looking out the corner of her eye, blatantly judging her. And I was just like, Annie. But that's why Zari thought she could walk up to her man and talk some mess to her, because
She
while
found
she was
out. She found Annie that day.
well,
She found
no,
Annie.
but here's the thing: she still tested her, because when she was sitting there on the pillows and she was giving Annie a look, and Annie was shrinking, getting more and more self-conscious. Now, granted, Zari miscalculated, but she literally said, "Oh, okay, so I can bully you." That's what was going on. Zari was trying to see who she could bully. She definitely can't bully Kanye at all. Nadia ain't going for that mess either, right? For different
Nadia will
reasons,
fight
but
you.
yeah, exactly, for different
I
reasons.
don't
She's like,
believe
girl, don't
her.
make me. Nadia's like,
I
girl,
don't
don't make
believe
me
her.
take your man. Zari, I'll take your man. Don't make me. Don't make me take your man, Zari.
She barks so much, it's unbelievable. Like those feel like
Yeah.
wolf tickets.
Yeah, no, but I do think that Nadia, if Zari did it, Zari is smart enough to know Nadia would take her man and show them platinums and be like, yeah,
I agree. I think Nadia's pretty nice. I think Nadia's nice, but the minute you like come for her, she'll definitely like rip your whole head off. That's the kind of vibe she gives me.
Exactly. And that's why she just always smiles and looks at Zari like, all right, girl. But with Annie, Zari was sitting there bullying Annie by giving her looks. And from there, she thought, okay, I can test you because I'm sitting here right here in your face giving you looks. And Annie didn't once say, can I help you? She didn't say, like, what's going on? Are you hungry? Can I help you? No, she just turned to the side and acted like she didn't see Zari, but she kept getting more and more uncomfortable. And I was like, Zari, you ain't ish for that. And the weird thing is, she did it because Zari felt intimidated by Nadia, right? Nadia, gorgeous, looks like Zari, right? Got the blonde hair, all the things that Zari walked in and was like, okay, well, looking, I have my hair lighter. I have this, I have that. She's like, okay, you got that, you got that. Nadia has a cute style. It's different than Zari's, but it's a cute style. So you couldn't break her down for like the way she was dressed. So, and you saw that Platinum was feeling her. And right now she got one over you because the one thing you want the most, Platinum's attention, Zari commands it just by breathing. Every time Zari just even twisted her face, Platinum was like looking across the table. So it's odd the fact that she felt insecure toward Nadia because she knew that Nadia had Platinum's attention, right? And she's an actual real threat. And so you kind of took it out on Annie. You know, you tried to take it out on the other girl. Why can't I? Riley? What's her girl's name? Kaylee. You tried to take it out on Kaylee, but Kaylee wasn't taking Kaylee was not paying Zari any mind. She was just trying to figure out why DJ Necker don't want to touch her. That's all. That's all Kaylee cares about. The world could be burning down and Kaylee be like, she's just not romantic to me. I don't know what's going on. So it's like you tried to bully Kelly. Kelly was like, girl, get out of here. Didn't even care. And Connie's just sitting there watching all of it, like with her little like evil villain beats, like
yes, Cruella de Vil. She is even her style of dress, like her capes. I'm like, she is living up.
She is living it up. Now you guys are telling me that like not who said this? Dorothy said Annie and Chloe are on the same WhatsApp, right? Maldives, baby. Listen. We are getting to, where is it, right? Nigeria. Oh, B said it's because if Annie knew it was over for Two Faces, he worked hard to make sure she doesn't know. That could be it too. Kathy said she just finished watching episode 6, right? Listen, colorism is a problem even in America. I don't even know how it is in Africa because over in America, people don't even want to admit that colorism exists. You literally have to ask someone like, what is colorism to you? Are they supposed to be like, get out of here, you can't sit here? Like, what does colorism look like except for basically the same thing that, anyway, I'm not going to get, y'all know me and the color, people in America don't even want to admit I'm sorry, they'll admit colorism exists, but every time you bring them an example of colorism, they'll be like, that's not colorism. It's just like, okay, so maybe
we saw that with Potomac, so
It's in Potomac, right? But there's a reason why people let Potomac exist like that, because there is that thing about, y'all, if that's not colorism, what is? Like, literally, what is? What is colorism if you don't think that's it? Ashley said Nigeria has always been very colorist country. Zaria bleached her skin too because she knew the power of being fairer in Africa. I don't know if she bleaches her skin or if she's just like does a bunch of sunblock, doesn't go in the light, because I saw her on the interview. She looked like a regular complexion. Now, I did see a few pictures of her when she was taking a family photo with what's his name? Platinum, where she for real looked like Casper the Friendly Ghost. But I looked at that as like Photoshop, because when you see her in the thing, it's like you just have a regular complexion. Do you see what I'm saying? Again, maybe y'all got some supernatural bleaching creams, but thank y'all for letting me know. Sammy Sosa is who I know that bleaches her skin, and Sammy Sosa looks grayer than this. Like, he looks silver. It's just disgusting, like gray.
Okay,
pink.
I looked at some pictures of Zari, and now I'm like, wait a minute, maybe she did bleach. I didn't think she did
really?
at first, but now that I'm looking
Wait,
at it, I'm like,
Zari's Diamond's wife, right?
yeah, his
Diamond's baby mama. Okay.
Yeah. So
I
April
could just
said,
tell from the neck down, she's so fair. It's like all the same tone, like you would if that was
that's what
naturally
I was
your
thinking.
thing.
But like
That's what I was
looking at pictures, I can see why people say that.
I can see why people, I don't know, because I'll let you know, it's a funny thing about my face. My face is lighter than my body. I mean, not much. Y'all not going to see two-tone Tisa, but I'm just saying, it's like my face is sometimes lighter than my body. And again, Zari's legs, arms, everything. You cannot bleach your whole body. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think maybe she stays out of the sun. You know how, like, when you go over to Asia, like, they in the daytime carry umbrellas, hats, socks. Like, the younger generation is into getting a little sun on their skin, but the old school generation in a lot of Asian cultures look at like they don't want any color on their skin. They even go to the beach all suited up because they don't want to get tan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, April said Annie's used to lighter women being preferred over her because people are colorist, and it causes insecurity that she would not have had if she's beautiful. You know what? I give her that. So you know what? Let me stop. And I don't mean to be hard on Annie in any way. I would be interested for them in season 2 to delve into everybody's backstory, because I really would be interested to know Annie, how she was brought up, her parents, her experience in school, because I'm just trying to put together the pieces of how Baba came to happen. I heard she met him at 15 years old. To me, that is grooming. This is another reason why I don't even believe, listen, I don't even believe, if you're 19, the only time you should be messing with a 19-year-old is if you're the oldest, 21. That's it. I believe when women are very young and very malleable, I believe they should stay away from men that are too old, because these type of things actually happen. You have somebody that can get into your head and really like break so many things that you can never recover from. Listen, Ella said Libras do act like mediators while feeling the drama that they're pretending they're solving, but they're fickle. If they observe a lot of celebrity Libras, you'll see a pattern. Stop the Libra slander. Libra slander, Taurus slander. Y'all love slandering Libra, Taurus, Pisces, and who else? Libra,
Pause.
Taurus,
Tisa, you never told us what your sign was.
and I'm not. So
I was just about to say that was definitely on purpose. She didn't skip it.
I definitely think it's Libra, but
thank you, Mercy. What's that?
I think it's Libra, but we'll leave it there. I'll leave it alone.
Kimmy, even old school, Kimmy's been rocking with me for a minute. She would be like, girl, I know you're a Libra, but continue.
I know you're a Libra.
All right, Libra, I see you. Anyway, spoken like a Libra. I'd be like, Kimmy, stop it. You'd be like, I'm just saying. Listen.
Like that would, a lot of that with what you were saying about Annie and the grooming. Like, remember with the side conversation with Andile?
Yeah,
Andale. She was sitting in a cage chair. That was also very stark. That she was sitting in a cage, and Dilly was the only one. He's like a counselor. He's like a super, like a a benevolent pimp in a way, like, because he can talk to each and every one of those women and get the absolute truth out of them. He can
I
bring
agree.
the feminine and
Oh,
vulnerable side out of women who are natural cougars.
Which is why I think
He
he's such
has
a
Zari
player.
giggling. Like,
ah.
so he's talking to her, and right there, her rawest emotion was when old girl came in with the storm lace front on and sat in the middle of them, and she said, "Was what happened in your marriage? You mean the cheating?" And she was like, "Even before the engagement," and she curled up and her face, and then she said, "I don't want to talk about that. Let's not go there." But if even before the engagement, I didn't know she was 15 when she was before the
That's young.
engagement.
That's a baby.
That's
That's a
and remember
baby.
how hard she went at the dinner table with her because her 15-year-old daughter lives next door. It was like she triggered
Oh,
her.
Dr. Payne, what happened?
Maybe
Dr.
right.
Payne came and went. Dr. Payne, come back. I want to hear what you have to say. But yo, that's a good one. That's why she was like, but you don't know what your daughter's doing because at 15, she was already pretty much married to somebody.
Yeah,
Oh, that explains why she was like, watch your daughter. Yo,
yeah.
maybe that's why she was telling Connie, stay closer to your daughter because maybe she felt like her parents were too far apart from her and just kind of gave her to innocent to Baba, and that's the start of all. Ooh,
I
you're
can
right.
definitely see that.
Yeah, Dr. Payne Nestor, hi, welcome to the chat. Dr. Payne, can you guys hear her? I can't.
No.
Dr. Payne, unmute your mic, maybe. Let's see. No, you have your mic muted. Unmute your mic. While you're unmuting your mic, just jump in whenever you're ready. It says, Alice, Zari's feeling insecure over Annie. I highly doubt that's the case. Zari dresses conservative, so obviously she's going to judge someone who's dressed slightly vulgar. Okay, maybe, but then why did you pull up on her husband and be like, oh, I don't know what's going on? Listen, Zari can front with that confidence all she wants. I feel that insecurity. And yeah, her skirt might have been too short, but had Annie not looked so good in it, she wouldn't have cared. Like, stop it. Again, I don't care what y'all say. Zari, listen, when you see somebody shrinking under your gaze and you see someone starting to
And you
shrink
keep
into
doing it.
themselves, and you keep doing it. Listen, I'm not saying she destroyed that woman's life. I'm not saying she ended things, but I am saying we can call a thing. You were trying to bully her. Again, it just is what it is. Again, hey, Dr. Payne, how are you?
Hi, you guys. Look, I'm so sorry to call with my voice sounding terrible, but I love this
Oh,
show. Like, I'm gonna tell them what I think, right? I absolutely love this show. There's some men that are worse for me, and my opinion, the guys are trash. Of the guy's name, but God, what is the DJ's name? Yeah, you guys are watching Real Housewives of
DJ
Johannesburg
Naked.
too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a pig and a half. He has a beautiful woman that he doesn't really like, and she doesn't realize it. And like Swanky tried to give her advice, but she's not like listening. And Diamond's a pig and a half. And Tubaba is the worst. He's the piggiest of pigs. Annie could do so much better, but I love her. I love her personality. I like her style. I like Zari, boss lady.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for her because she don't have no friends and she seemed lonely, man. I heard
Yeah,
that
she
she's
did.
Muslim. That's why she dressed so conservatively, you know? She's clearly still in love with her. He's like, I left him, but you want him though. The Trump is not to want him, but you do,
Yes.
right? I would be like, I'm all for her not putting up with the mess. But if he said tomorrow, I'm sorry, I'm coming back, she's thirsty for it. Ew, I hate him.
Yes. Yes.
Right? And like, but I agree with her stance. To me, I said this and it sounds bad, but Annie's strong to me because I would be in jail, Tisa. You would see like Miami chiropractor arrested for murder and because he did what your mama did. I would be in jail. My kids would be orphans. I cannot. I feel for her, but I'm not gonna judge her. Yeah, I know Connie modified her skin. I wish she didn't, but that's her. I still love her. I still think she's bad. I still think she's
Me
cute.
too.
And that guy, Diamond, what? No, the DJ guy, whatever his name is, his wife on Johannesburg, she like went home to be with her mom. Everybody in her family is brown. Everybody like a deep brown.
Oh,
Everybody,
wow. I love
but
that.
right, everybody, but she's not, right? So I think that modification that they do is an acceptable thing that some women do to them, right? It's not
Yeah.
acceptable,
Yeah.
here. So, hey, I still think she's a cutie too. She's kind of cold, she kind of aloof, but
Yeah.
she died. I don't want to spoil it, y'all, but she died,
Oh, no.
sadly.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
man. And
Oh
like
yeah,
she
I
died
heard about
after
that.
the show. Yeah, and she was a good woman. She seemed sad too. Why?
I think
Same
she had
factor. Raggedy. Yeah,
Oh,
she had cancer. But the guy, he don't care about, like, they don't care about nothing. These weak flesh men, they want to put it in everything. I'm sorry, Tisa, I'm gonna hang up. I just love this
no,
show,
okay.
obviously, and I was like, I gotta.
No, I love the fact you called in. We've been rocking together for so long. I'm so happy you actually called in. No, you gave
Now
so
you
much
my bestie.
information. Like maybe that's why Naked don't pay that girl any mind because he probably still is in mourning. If his wife passed away a year ago, he's still in mourning.
Yeah,
Yeah, I probably wouldn't
he
even
should
really.
he should feel guilty. He was aloof there
Yeah,
too, but he seemed like a little bit more into the wife. But here
yeah,
he can't love anybody because he's so they,
yeah.
you know how they joke, said they're hoes and they make these little, if you listen to the men conversation, they're all for themselves. The women
They
are
are.
like a purse to them. Ugh, I
Yep.
can't. Anyway,
It's a lot.
sorry.
That's one thing we will say. Who will we date off the show? No one. Because even Andy, he come like you say. Who said it? Mercy, you said he cut. Like you said, he's a
Like a
compassionate.
benevolent pimp.
Because
Like
you're
a
right. He just like Diamond that loves to chase women, right? But he comes on the thing like, let's talk, let's sit, what's going on? Yes, a benevolent.
but you see how
You're
we're
right.
called, like he comes across as benevolent, almost charmed in a way, enchanted. He comes off
Definitely.
across as
Exactly.
benevolent, but he the one with the dirtiest tea in the group. He trying to bang his friend's baby mama
Crazy.
while he out of town.
And when you look at it, right? They gonna be friends before or after Zari. Listen. I'm getting into episode 3, then I'm doing 4 on Friday, and then we might do one on Saturday for 6 and culminate on Sunday. We'll see what happens. I'm also doing Love and Hip Hop, Love and Huntsville, Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Southern
I know I was
marriage.
gonna get it, but here's my whole point with all this. I think that I hope it doesn't turn into he runs some game on Zari. Zari gives in, and then they both clap hands and laugh about it. About women come and go. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope it's not that situation. I hope.
I don't
I have
take
a
So we'll
Diamond
see.
comment.
as that kind of forgiving.
I have a comment on what she said about Zari and how she still wants Diamond. I really think what it is I think she just wants him to want her. Cause like I don't think she really wants to get back with him because I think they both know that he's a player. Like he's not ready to like be in a relationship. So I don't think she wants to be in a relationship with him, or else she would have just like been okay with everything. Because at one point she was overlooking everything, like she said, but
Yeah.
she just gave up on that. So I really think she doesn't want to be with him. I think she just wants him to like still want her. Because like whenever
think
she
you might
sees
be
him
right
flirting
about
with
that.
other women, she gets like really defensive, starts trying to like compete against women, and it's like you only do that because you know that other women want him and you want him to want you.
Well, I
Yeah.
I
think it's
think you got
because
a good point.
everybody wants him. Everybody wants
Yeah.
him. She sees him as the only person or one of the only people who could fuck with her. Can I curse? Who could fuck with her in a professional way. She says, "I'm a
Mhm.
billionaire." She said that with
Well,
her chest.
she is from her other man, left her a lot of money, like who died, her ex-husband. He died
And
and
now
left her a
she the
lot of money.
boss lady.
Right.
And
But she
boss
invested
ladies
and she
leave
has her own
with bosses.
positions. I
So
mean,
if the boss is emotionally
right.
unavailable,
Mhm. No, I definitely feel you guys on that. If the boss isn't available, and I agree, she's a boss lady now. She got her own money. She can do what she wants. Good for her. I love the way she said when she said, "Some people call me a gold digger," and then that was the end of her sentence.
Let's
She said
acknowledge it and
it.
move on. Like that's what I
Yeah,
like about the way that they are. They're so direct. There's no room for you don't have to read the innuendo, the body language, and the sarcasm that might ensue.
Yeah,
They
there's no
say what they mean, and they're
misinterpretation.
crystal clear about
exactly. Exactly. So listen, you guys,
it. With
thank
it,
you. So listen, you guys, thank you so much for joining Dr. Pay Nestor, my girl, right? Mercy and Kimmy, right? Y'all been rocking with me for forever. Thank you so much. Listen, don't forget tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. we reviewing episode 3, and then we're doing 4. I know I could put them all in one, but there's so much to talk about with this series. I wonder, and I feel like the 3rd episode is now getting some meat. The 4th is going to be good. The 5th, the 6th. So it's like, look, why? Ain't nothing else going on TV except for
Every
Candy in the
episode is
game.
good.
Yeah. Wait, which episode's good?
Every single episode is good.
Every single episode. So it's like, no, I actually want to delve into it and at least spend an hour on each episode. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Tell your friend, tell whoever. But if not, it's just going to be us chopping it up. You guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Dr. Payne Nestor, give those beautiful boys a kiss for me. Make sure that you
Thank
have
you.
a great day too. And if you guys are, I hope to see you guys tomorrow, okay?
I'll be here probably.
Thank you.
yeah,
Yes,
I'm making
we'll
it.
all
This
be
is
here.
fun.
I'm literally going to go watch episode 3 now so we can be ready for tomorrow. All right, you
Oh yeah,
guys.
before we go, I think I'm gonna review it with Alex Salter at some point, like a couple weeks from now, maybe. So I'm excited for that. But see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye,
Tisa,
everybody.
go and
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Why? Bye.
Bye-bye. So that was it. We got everybody out of here, and I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget, we are doing every single episode, and I'll talk to you guys later.